Good morning. The Department of Education is restarting collections on borrowers who are in default, about 5.3 million people nationwide. Now, this time around, the process will move fast. The federal government can order wage garnishment without going through the courts, and borrowers will receive a 30-day notice before any money is withheld. In the first wave, roughly 1,000 borrowers are expected to receive notices tied directly to January paychecks. Older workers could use 401k money to buy annuities under a bipartisan bill. The current program significantly limits their options as they start to turn accumulated savings into needed income. Financial advisors, though, say the move is not a slam dunk for investors. In simple terms, workers may benefit more from leaving their money in the 401k, where it can continue growing. Well, the Dow and S&P 500 closed at record highs yesterday. The Dow added nearly 500 points and closed above 49,000 for the first time. Well, prediction market traders ramped up bets that more international shakeups may lie ahead. Odds that President Trump will take back the Panama Canal before early 2029 jumped above 35% on the Kalshi prediction market from less than 30% last week. The likelihood that the U.S. will take control of any part of Greenland rose to 38% yesterday, an increase of 8% since last week. Well, sumo wrestling coming to the U.S. The upcoming World Championship Sumo event is scheduled to take place on January 30th for the first time at the Westchester County Center in White Plains, New York. Within the next 5 years, International Sumo League is projected to be a $1 billion business. The league, which revolves around more than 50 sumo wrestlers among the best in the world, looks to host 2 events each month across the globe. Warner Brothers Discovery again rejected the Paramount bid to buy the company. This is the third time. CNBC reports the latest offer for Paramount had financial backing from billionaire Larry Ellison, who is the father of Paramount CEO David Ellison. But Paramount did not increase its bid amount. WBD has entered into an agreement to sell its streaming and studio business to Netflix, where Paramount had been vying to acquire the entire company, including its pay TV networks, which include CNN, TNT, and others. Well, after a year marked by economic uncertainty and tariffs and a government shutdown, America's small businesses are entering this year with strength and resolve. A Comerica Bank survey found 80% of surveyed small business owners are confident in their future success, and nearly 8 in 10 expect sales growth this year. More than half say Federal Reserve interest rate cuts have positively affected their business, although inflation is still a top concern. Lilly is reportedly close to a deal to buy the biotech firm Ventex. The Wall Street Journal reports a deal would expand Lilly's reach in immunology. Ventex specializes in drugs for inflammatory diseases like Crohn's and rheumatoid arthritis. The deal would be worth more than $1 billion. And Samsung says it may have to raise prices. The cost of memory chips is going up on demand for AI, and that's creating a shortage of the chips. A Samsung exec says they're trying not to pass those higher costs on to consumers, but may at some point be forced to do so. Elon Musk's xAI said it raised $20 billion in new funding. CNBC reported in November that the AI startup is valued at about $230 billion. Investors included NVIDIA and Cisco. Musk's AI venture now owns and operates the social network X after merging with the company, formerly known as Twitter, in March. Amazon's latest experiment in AI is not going over well with small business owners. Buy for Me lets shoppers purchase from third-party websites through the Amazon app or site. But some business owners say they never gave permission for Amazon to even appear to sell their work. Amazon says some sellers argue they shouldn't have been opted in to begin with. Well, Meta Platforms is delaying the international rollout of Ray-Ban display AI glasses because of limited inventories and strong U.S. demand. Meta planned to launch the product in the UK, France, Italy, and Canada early this year. CEO Mark Zuckerberg unveiled the $800 glasses in September, which are controlled through a wristband. And digital wallets are reshaping how people spend and play. According to a Capital One study, 53% of Americans use digital wallets more frequently than traditional payment methods methods in 2023, and 64% use digital wallets at least as often. Since then, the use of digital wallets has grown, demonstrating their popularity largely due to their practicality. Egg prices have dropped to a 2-year low. Despite egg prices falling for the latter half of 2025, the average price for each month of the past year is still higher than 2020, 2021, and most of 2023. Egg prices soared the past couple of years, mainly due to bird flu. Well, 2026 has already been a big year for metals. Copper hit a record high yesterday. The metals gain propelled gains for the mining companies. Now, some copper companies are cutting production expectations at mines due to various reasons. And Ford had the best annual sales last year since 2019. Ford's fourth quarter performance came as it continues to battle production troubles with its F-Series pickup trucks. And like many automakers, Ford's all-electric vehicles business declined 14% last year, including a 52% drop in the fourth quarter. It did see a 22% increase, though, in sales of hybrids, which helped offset the losses in the electric vehicle business. The Trump administration is expected to advise Americans to eat no more than 10 grams of added sugars per meal under new dietary guidelines that are expected to be unveiled perhaps as soon as this week. Now, the guidelines are expected to also urge people to avoid highly processed foods and to keep in place the overall limit of no more than 10% of calories from added sugars for those over 2 years old. The recommendation may also increase the amount of protein Americans are advised to eat every day and are likely to keep in place the current limit on saturated fat. Well, the Wegovy weight loss pill is now available at pharmacies. The FDA approved the pill form of the popular weight loss treatment late last year. A prescription starts at $149 per month for patients who purchase it directly through the manufacturer without insurance. This is the first weight loss pill available in the U.S. Eli Lilly is expected to have one later this year. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Here's to your health.